Welcome back to the channel where we remember the stars who once brought magic into our lives, the faces who made us laugh, think, and feel something real. Today, we revisit the A-Team, the action-packed series that captured audiences with its thrilling adventures, unforgettable humor, and the chemistry of its iconic team. Over the years, many of the incredible talents who helped bring that world to life have sadly left us. Whether they were mainstays or appeared for a single episode, every actor added something unique, a spark that stayed with us long after the screen faded to black. George Peppard, the American actor who brought to life the unforgettable character of Colonel John Hannibal Smith in the hit 1980s television series The A-Team, passed away on May 8, 1994, at the age of 65. Hannibal was the cigar-chomping, clever, and fearless leader of a group of renegade commandos, a role that defined Peppard's later career and connected him to a whole new generation of fans. Born in Detroit on October 1, 1928, George grew up in a family hit hard by the Great Depression. His father had to leave home to find work, and his mother suffered multiple miscarriages before his birth. After serving as a corporal in the U.S. Marine Corps, Peppard initially pursued civil engineering, but soon realized his passion was acting. He trained at Carnegie Mellon and the Actors Studio in New York, embracing method acting and gaining experience in theater, summer stock, and live television. His breakthrough came in films during the late 1950s and early 1960s, especially with his role as Paul Varjek in Breakfast at Tiffany's 1961, where he starred opposite Audrey Hepburn in a story about love and self-discovery. This film made him a star and opened doors to leading roles in big productions like The Carpetbaggers 1964, based on a character modeled after Howard Hughes, and The Blue Max 1966, where he played a fiercely ambitious German pilot. Despite his early success and handsome, charismatic screen presence, Peppard's career faced challenges in the late 1960s and 1970s, with some disappointing films and personal struggles, including a battle with alcoholism that he overcame in 1978. His return to television was marked by the mystery series Banachek, but it was the A-Team that brought him his greatest fame in the 1980s. Peppard's Hannibal was known for his clever disguises, sharp leadership, and witty charm, often masking the deeper weariness of a man burdened by his past. The show was a major hit, running for 5 seasons and securing Peppard's place in pop culture history. Unfortunately, years of heavy smoking led to a diagnosis of lung cancer in 1992, and though he underwent surgery and quit smoking, his health deteriorated. George Peppard continued to work through his illness, completing a pilot for a new detective series shortly before his death. He ultimately died from pneumonia in Los Angeles in 1994. Buried in Dearborn, Michigan, alongside his parents, Peppard left behind 3 children and a career marked by iconic roles that balanced charm, intensity, and vulnerability. His life was a testament to resilience, rising from a tough childhood and early struggles to become a beloved figure whose Hannibal Smith still resonates as the clever leader who always had a plan. Lance LeGault, the American actor forever remembered as the relentless and calculating U.S. Army Colonel Roderick Decker in the 1980s hit television series The A-Team, passed away on September 10, 2012, at the age of 77, due to heart failure at his home in Los Angeles. Born William Lance LeGault on May 2, 1935, in Chicago, Illinois, his early life was marked by tragedy and struggle. Losing his father in a harsh Montana snowstorm when he was very young, Lance spent several years living in a Catholic orphanage before his mother remarried. This difficult upbringing shaped a resilient and determined spirit that would follow him throughout his life. Growing up in Chillicothe, Illinois, Lance was not only a gifted athlete and star quarterback in high school, but also a passionate musician who pursued a career in music before turning fully to acting. His break into Hollywood came through his close friendship and work with Elvis Presley, for whom he was a stunt double and appeared in 4 Presley films during the 1960s, including Girls, Viva Las Vegas, Kissin' Cousins, and Rustabout. Lance also played tambourine on Elvis's iconic 1968 comeback special, further cementing their close bond. With a tall, lean, and intense presence complemented by his famously deep, gravelly voice, which Knight Rider creator Glenn Larson once called 4 octaves lower than God's, Lance was often cast as stern, authoritative military men or villains, roles he embraced and made memorable. His portrayal of Colonel Roderick Decker on the A-Team was especially notable. A cold, clever antagonist who doggedly pursued the show's fugitive heroes, bringing a sense of genuine threat and layered complexity to the character that made him stand out among 1980s TV villains. Beyond the A-Team, Lance's career spanned many popular television shows and films, with recurring roles as Colonel Buck Green in Magnum P.I., appearances in Dynasty, Knight Rider, Airwolf, Dallas, and even Star Trek: The Next Generation. His film work included the military comedy Stripes, the thriller Coma, and others, where his commanding presence shone through every time. In addition to acting, Lance was a gifted voice artist, lending his rich bass voice to commercials, cartoons, video games, and notably narrating the audio tour for Elvis Presley's Graceland Museum in Memphis. Off-screen, Lance was known as a family man who cherished his wife Teresa, to whom he was married for 35 years, and their 4 children. Despite his tough guy image on screen, those who knew him personally remember a man devoted to his loved ones, with a warm and generous spirit. His passing marked the loss of a uniquely talented actor whose contributions to television and film left a lasting mark, especially through his unforgettable role on the A-Team. Lance LeGault's legacy endures as a testament to perseverance, strength, and the power of a voice and presence that commanded attention. A true warrior both on and off the screen, forever missed but never forgotten. Della Reese, the iconic American singer, actress, television personality, author, and ordained minister, who passed away peacefully at her California home on November 19, 2017, at the age of 86. Born Della Reese Patricia Early on July 6, 1931, in Detroit, Michigan, Della's remarkable journey began in the church choir at just 6 years old, where her extraordinary voice was nurtured and noticed early on. By the age of 13, she was touring with gospel legend Mahalia Jackson, gaining invaluable experience and exposure to the world of professional performance, before joining the gospel group The Meditation Singers as a young woman. Reese's transition to secular music brought her national fame, particularly with her hit songs, Don't You Know?, which reached number 2 on the U.S. charts, and Not 1 Minute More. She broke barriers as the first African-American woman to host her own talk show, Della, in 1969, paving the way for future generations of Black entertainers in television. Her acting career flourished over decades, with notable roles in Chico and the Man, The Royal Family alongside Red Fox, and guest appearances on shows like It Takes Two, Crazy Like a Fox, L.A. Law, and The A-Team, where she guest starred as Mr. T's mother. However, it was her portrayal of the wise, sarcastic, yet deeply compassionate, supervising Angel Tess on Touched by an Angel that truly captured the hearts of millions. She guided viewers through stories of redemption, hope, and faith, while even performing the show's theme song, Walk With You. Reese faced significant personal challenges throughout her life, surviving a near-fatal fall in 1970 that required over 1,000 stitches, a brain aneurysm in 1979 that caused partial vision loss, and a long battle with type 2 diabetes that worsened in her later years, sometimes necessitating a wheelchair. Despite these trials, she remained a devoted wife to Franklin Lett, whom she married in 1983, a loving mother figure, godmother, and mentor to many, including her Touched by an Angel co-star Roma Downey, who often described Reese as a second mother. Della's enduring warmth, charisma, and faith-infused performances left a lasting impact on audiences worldwide, and her passing marked the end of an extraordinary life filled with talent, resilience, and inspiration. CBS honored her legacy, noting that she delivered encouragement and optimism to millions, while Downey reflected, "She was a mother to me, and I had the privilege of working with her side by side for so many years. I know heaven has a brand new angel this day." Della Reese will forever remain in our hearts as a trailblazer, a guiding light, and an angel both on and off the screen. Markie Post, the cherished American actress known most memorably for her role as the dedicated public defender Christine Sullivan on the long-running NBC sitcom Night Court, passed away on August 7, 2021, at the age of 70 after a nearly 4-year fight against cancer. Born Marjorie Armstrong Post on November 4, 1950, in Palo Alto, California, she was raised in a family that blended intellect and artistry. Her father was a physicist and her mother a poet, an environment that shaped her thoughtful and warm personality. Growing up in Walnut Creek, California, Markie was active and spirited, attending Los Lomas High School and later earning her Bachelor of Arts degree from Lewis and Clark College. She initially stepped into the entertainment industry behind the scenes, working on game shows such as Split Second, and serving as an associate producer on Double Dare before moving in front of the camera as a card dealer on NBC's Card Sharks. Her acting career took off in 1979 with guest appearances on popular TV shows like Barnaby Jones, The Incredible Hulk, Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, and notably The A-Team, where she appeared twice in different roles during the early 1980s. Marking one of her many connections to iconic series of the time. However, Markie truly found her defining role as bail bondswoman Terry Michaels in ABC's The Fall Guy from 1982 to 1985, where her character brought grit and charm to the action-adventure series. Her breakthrough and most beloved role came as Christine Sullivan on Night Court, a role she portrayed from 1985 until the series ended in 1992. Appearing in 159 episodes. Christine was the conscientious and sometimes anxious public defender whose dedication and heart balanced the show's often wild courtroom antics, creating a character audiences rooted for and deeply connected with. Beyond Night Court, Markie displayed her versatility through work in shows like Hearts of Fire, where she starred opposite John Ritter, and later in recurring roles on Scrubs as Dr. Elliot Reed's mother, and on Chicago PD as Barbara Bunny Fletcher, the mother of Detective Erin Lindsay, showing her ability to bring sincerity and depth across genres and generations. In film, she is fondly remembered for playing the mother in the hit comedy There's Something About Mary, showcasing her natural comedic timing and warmth. Despite being diagnosed with cancer, Markie fought bravely for nearly 4 years, continuing to work on projects even through chemotherapy treatments, which she humbly called her side job. Her resilience and dedication inspired those around her, and she remained committed to her craft until the end. Tributes poured in from colleagues and fans alike. Sophia Bush, her co-star on Chicago PD, described her as a rock and a light, while Ed Asner called her a true talent and lamented the cruelty of cancer. Friends shared stories of her kindness beyond the screen, how she baked cakes for friends, sewed curtains, and embodied a spirit of generosity and love that touched everyone she met. Marky Post's passing left a void not just in the entertainment world, but in the hearts of all who knew her. She is survived by her husband, writer Michael A. Ross, their 2 daughters, and a granddaughter. Her legacy endures through her memorable performances and the love she gave so freely, reminding us all of the power of kindness and courage, even in the face of life's hardest battles.